Yo, what's up guys? It's your boy Elevate bringing back another video. Today we're going to be talking about how to drop and where to drop in solo cash cups and the different types of playstyles you can have off drop and different drops that you can do. Before I start, I'm going to categorize all these drops. I'm going to give you guys 3 different drops for 3 different types of playstyles. I'm going to have passive drops, I'm going to have aggressive drops, and I'm going to have like an in-between drop where like you can take a 1v1, but it's not like you're gonna have a lot of people or anything. And this is gonna be the start of a series I used to have that was very successful on scrim tips, and I don't know what I'll call it yet, but pretty much I'm just gonna go over what to run, where to go, how to fight. The first spot I'm gonna be talking about is for more passive players, and a route that K-Quid and OCE ran. It's very strong. And pretty much you land back of Dirty Docks at this building, right? And you loot all of this, and then you run backside here, get this. Go all the way here and you fish while you run up here, and then you run on into zone. This is really powerful because worst case scenario, someone drops on you. 1, you can fight him. 2, you can probably run away. If you drop, like if you notice he's dropping, you probably just go to this side, get the loot and dip pretty easily. And you may be thinking like it's a big POI, but there's a lot of LOS or line of sight, so you can't really get shot. Yeah, you'll run back here, get fishing, and that's really good because you have a ton of chests, you have metal that you can get at here at the fences if you're on con, or you can rotate and there's like Slurp Truck metal, which will probably be farmed. Maybe there's metal here, there's metal on bridge, and then there's always max brick and wood in this area. There's literally 555, and there's more fishing. So this place is probably like one of the best spots for a cash cup if you're trying to play more passive. The next spot I'm going to be talking about is for more aggressive players. I'm going to be talking about actually 2 spots here. One is Craggy, which recently Looter ZK and AO Open dropped there, and he went to this backside here, which is a lot of loot for solo, and that way he could keep everything in front of him, which is really powerful, and I'm going to demonstrate that in game. Pretty much you'll drop in here on the roof and you'll loot all this. Someone most likely won't 50-50 you. They'll most likely go houses over here, and then you have a lot of options. You can fight this if a lot of people come. You get good shield from the slurp barrels. You get 100 shield. You make a judgment call on whether you want to fight or if you want to go backside. But if you do want to fight, you can flank left or right, or you can go for upgrades if you kill the guy. And that's what Looter did. He had this uncon, and so if you ever get uncon, you go for upgrades every time, and then you have a spaz going into the late game. This is one of the best drops I feel like for solos, because you pretty much have every option. You have fishing, you can fight if you're a good fighter, and stuff like that. Next spot I'm going to do is very passive. This is the Slurp Truck spot where you drop right here on this beach. You rotate up to the Slurp Truck, and then you rotate over here and get one. Because you get this Slurp Truck, you save shield. So even if you just pull 3 minis, it's the same as pulling 6 minis in a big somewhere else in the map. You go here, you get these 5, so you'll probably get a shotgun from these spawns. You rotate, grab this. You can get bridge, and then you can fish, because there's a fishing spawn here. If you still don't have good guns, you can probably fish for some and get red house, because like no one's gonna be here. They'll probably be rotating, and if you're in a tournament, you get tags from red house looking down this way from people rotating in, and then that way you can play passive on your later games. All right, next spot I'm going to be talking about can be aggressive or passive depending on how you want to play it. And that spot is the Fatal Fields drop. There's two different drops here that are really good. One is if you drop bridge, you can get the Slurp Truck every time. That way you save shield and you have a ton of loot. Or you could drop at this Fatal Hill top here and push into bushes. And then if this is uncon, you could third party risky, which is a lot of times a longer fight, and it's all in the open here. So if you want to play medium, like style aggressive or not, this is a really good strat for that. Or if you want to be really aggressive. And then the last spot, this is going to be for controller players. I highly recommend this spot, is Island. So there's a few strats with Island I used to drop here in duos. One is if you are dropping for this center area right here on my cursor, and you need to read the players. So say the player goes to this chest down here, or goes for this roof chest, and you land at this chest, and then you have a beam on him before he can do anything. And you pretty much read it off of that. Or if he goes down here, you can grab this chest, get on his roof, and steal his loot and cut him off. So this like Island is pretty 50-50 if you think about it. There's a lot of strategy just off your drop that you can outplay people and make yourself win most of the time. And if you get Island uncon, yes, you won't have metal, but in cash cups you can rotate pretty easily to metal over here, get the metal here, and fish really easily, which is very strong. Like you can fish all gold loadout probably, so that's really powerful. All right, and then this next spot I'm going to talk about is for the extremely passive players. This is for the people who don't really want to fight anything and don't want to get contested a lot. I would recommend dropping at this 4 chest spawn. Going up, you have all this backside loot to get. You can get these 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 probably. You have to watch out for this rotate. But probably you'll get these 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spawns, which is pretty much better than anyone else really gets. And then you rotate on in. And it's really powerful because a lot of zones are half lake here. And so having a good position on these zones really pays off. And you'll get a lot of free placement.